this tutorial here for rigging is just going to show you a pretty interesting thing that you can do with your mesh so that you can actually alter the way the biped itself looks. So for example, if I take a biped and I go into figure mode and I load up the figure file that we've already saved, you'll see that so there's the actual construction that we've seen before. Okay, and what I'm going to do is basically, instead of having and seeing this when we animate, what we're actually going to see is this when we animate. So let me show you how we're going to do that, and it's a process called mesh slicing, and you can do this for any model that you wish. The only thing is that you'll notice that the mesh itself okay, so as it stands right now, this is he's still broken down into his original UV groups. Okay, but the only stipulation is that there are no mapping coordinates on this guy right now. You'll see if we well, there's still mapping coordinates, but there's no as far as what's actually assigned to him. It's and I've already reset the materials. There's no bitmap assigned to him. These are all just max colors, like we did to very begin with. Just go in and put some colors, change the colors around, and that's what's assigned to the polygons. This is not bitmap textures that are on him. They're just simple material colors. Okay, so I hope that you get that. So the next thing that we're going to do is actually take a look at what needs to occur in order for us to replace these biped parts out with the skin. Okay, and the first thing we have to do is we're going to go in, and I'm going to, let's see, we'll do this and turn the ignore back facing off, so I am selecting on the back facing. Okay, and I'm going to control page up a couple of times, maybe one more time. Okay, and I'm going to add in these pieces. Let's get rid of this one and this one. Okay, but now if I take a look, so that the forearm bone still comes up here to the elbow, so I'm going to add in these as well. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that is the entire forearm, and now I'm going to detach that, and it doesn't matter what you name it. Okay, it's detached, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing for the arm here. Yeah, see, the arm comes up to here, so I'm going to select all of those, maybe not those. I want the clavicle to be on there. Okay, that looks pretty good. Make sure that we get underneath the arm, and I'm not sure if I want to include all those or not. I think I'll just go with something like that. Okay, and again, I'm going to detach it, And so imagine we follow that process along through the whole body. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is because this process is going to be a lot of adding the same modifiers over and over again, I'm going to go to our modifier list here, and I'm going to go configure modifier sets, and I'm going to drag these guys off, and we are going to use edit mesh. It's going to go here, and delete mesh. It's going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and name this as MeshSlicer. Save it, hit OK. Okay, so now we have delete mesh and edit mesh. Alright, so now what we're going to do, so we can see that here is the piece of the arm that's going to replace this guy. So come in here, we pick on the forearm, we go delete mesh, and then we hit edit mesh, attach that one, click off attach. Okay, now you'll notice that it's blue just like the forearm for the biped. Okay, so let's do the same thing with the upper arm. So I've selected on it, delete mesh, which deletes the mesh that was there, edit mesh, attach, pick on the new piece, turn off attach, and there we go. And as you can see, when we pick on that and go to the motion panel, you'll see that we're selected on the biped arm, and this is going to move and have all the same controls as the normal biped, and it's just that instead of the blue shape here, it's actually the shape of our character. And obviously you'll notice that we get these breaks in the mesh. Well, that's because there's no blending of the vertices. And if you're worried about speed, is this going to be a lot slower as far as animating goes? It's not, because there's no blending of the vertices, and that is what takes a long time to calculate, is how those vertices are blended. So the fact that it's not even worrying about it is going to make sure that everything goes fast for us. So that's the concept, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the end result here. We go into wireframe, you can see that the entire mesh is colored like our biped. Okay, but the entire mesh is the biped. As you see, I'm still here in the motion panel. Okay, we can do all kinds of things that we normally would do. And we have the ability to use the copy and paste posture opposite. Okay, but like I said, instead of our biped, we're actually looking at a version of our character, which is going to make animating a lot easier for us. So I hope that you kind of see the benefit here of of how this can be used. I'm sure that you've seen this probably in behind the scenes footages of different movies like Shrek and whatnot. So anyway, I hope that you got something out of this and see the benefit. I think it's a cool little trick to use, and you can find some use for it. It's definitely a lot cooler and would make animating a lot easier and more intuitive if this is what we're animating compared to something like that, especially if this is what the character looks like. So that's going to be it for mesh slicing, And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.